Hello everybody, this is Freddy from Turn Vertical, and today I have a super interesting video for you because I'm actually going to break down an actual creative redid for a real brand that crushed it, but I'm gonna work through it, analyze it, and I'm gonna explain to you how I think we would iterate this creative to improve it even further. Short disclaimer, this video is in German because we did it for a German client, so you're probably not gonna understand anything, but I'm going to kind of translate stuff to you and obviously do all of the analyzing in English. So I would say let's get right into it. So first things first, this sentence essentially being tired of having the same old boring pictures on your wall, right? And let's take a look at the creative as a whole, and then I'm going to walk you through each single basically block in that creative, and then I'm going to explain to you how I would probably iterate this to hopefully improve the performance. So yeah, this was the whole creative. So let's now go back to the start and basically walk you through that hook. So why I think this hook performs so well. Hopefully, I didn't forget to kind of implement the ads real stats in here. But basically, why I think the hook works well: fast clips changing and real problem. So basically, are you tired of seeing the same old boring pictures on your wall? I think that's a hook which a lot of people can identify themselves with. I don't know what kind of picture store you have in your country. For example, we in Germany have like Desenio, which sells like the same I love my family pictures that everybody's on the wall. So it's definitely a problem that I think especially most likely I would say women have. They just moved into their first apartment, but they don't want like the boring beige color tone pictures right on the wall, posters. So this is basically the hook that goes first of all till second 7. And obviously to kind of keep people hooked, and it definitely did work because this again Crave crushed it. But we basically had a lot of different clips that would kind of show the product at second 3, which are different than what would you normally see on your wall. And then she's kind of thinking about life, I guess. But yeah, definitely kind of showing emotion. The face obviously is super important to show if you're happy, show that on your face. If you're sad, show that on your face. And she's definitely doing a great job at that. And then looking towards the wall, with kind of my wall is empty, what can I do? And she's still looking for the right image or right picture on the wall. And then boom, second idea of the product intro. And that's the first thing which I would also different is product intro second 5 or something. Obviously it's a hypothesis. But the question I would ask myself in this instance is, what if we would introduce the product, at let's say second 5? What if what at second 3? What happens if we introduce it at second 10? Maybe we have instead of the sentence I'm going to translate for you, but maybe instead of saying something like are you always seeing the same pictures on your wall? Are you bored and tired of it? Maybe we could do something like, are you tired of seeing the same old pictures on the wall? Boom, 3-second hook, boom, product intro, right? That could be a thing which we would, test in the first iteration phase of this. When do we introduce the product? But I think how the introduction of the product was amazing. You have all these kind of different, banana and dolphin, you don't see this anywhere else except for this client. You have some Pink Panther poster right here in the background. Do epic shit. You don't see this anywhere. Oops. And then this face. You don't see it anywhere. And I think this was a great product info, like a great transition. And the lighting of this is super clean. You know, it looks UGC type. It looks like UGC, but it looks also somewhat professional, but not too, professional to the level where you don't think this would be like UGC anymore. Just to the extent that, the quality is good of the camera. The lighting is good. People see everything clearly. It's not like too bright, too dark. So obviously very good lighting tone throughout the whole video. And then, let's keep going. She's showing the website of the posters, right? And obviously, at the first glance, you see two pictures which you will probably know to posters in, which you probably don't see somewhere else so often, right? This penguin, which I don't know what he's saying, but it's basically, you don't see that anywhere else, and that's basically the main benefit. And then, within the video, now she's saying something about, the pictures, the posters of Printler are so unique because it's real artists that design stuff and that can sign up on the website and basically sell their stuff. And that's, in my opinion, a very good selling argument because, instead of people thinking, oh, I'm going to give money to like a huge corporation, I'm going to give it to like a small artist, right? And that's obviously a good selling point. I'm giving money to like the small artist, I'm going to support someone local, right? That's basically what's the different part, Support an artist versus supporting an, let's say, corporation. Right, that is what makes, our client unique, and obviously the ad unique is that you can buy from real artists, right? And basically she's kind of showing, some of the artists in the background. Again, what she's saying in the ad matches up with what's being, being shown in the ad, and that's obviously super, super important. And congruency. And she's scrolling through it. She's then shown even more unique posters, which is so, so good because you don't see these posters like a blueberry, fork. I don't know the English word for this, but a blueberry like this, you don't see this anywhere else. And then the good thing is basically transition from website to wall shows the product in real life. This builds kind of trust because actually, do you get what I order? You exactly see what you get if you order, for example, this picture. You get this one, and it looks just like the one in the picture from the website. So you can be sure that if you order something, you get the actual product, right? And you can see how high quality it looks, how big it is, and again, more unique products. Obviously super huge, showing uniqueness. And then if you go on, now she's going, to one more selling argument. It's, if you're bored or if you're not super creative, if you don't know how something looks like on your wall, you can just build it out. You can mix and match stuff, right? And again, this is where probably, in my opinion, this is my favorite part. She shows how she builds this wall, and then it goes to real life again. Wall, and basically website, real life. I think these kind of transitions are what makes this ad stand out from other, brands maybe, where they don't have that many unique pieces, and where it's like they just show how the pieces hang on the wall. They don't have this wall builder. They don't know. They don't show how it works. It's kind of like a little walkthrough. It also shows how easy it is to build your own wall. Easy to be creative. Objection handling, right? Do I know how to kind of combine different pictures? I don't know how to combine different pictures, but with this tool I know it, right? That's why it's so important also to kind of tackle the objections. I don't know how to be creative. You can be creative with this wall. Everybody can just play around. You don't need to order stuff for this to basically be on the wall. And then obviously, boom, into real life, perfect, right? And then she's basically saying I only get compliments from my wall, and obviously, kind of ending the creative with two more unique posters, and that's obviously great. Before CTA, basically, you got this part, ending with two great / unique posters. So what I think is missing, as you call to action, super basic, just look at Printler. I wouldn't do anything different here. Basic, but good. And what I would do differently is, first of all, shorter hook essentially, because obviously the hook is, the first 30 seconds of the video, but in our instance, it's, up to basically 7 seconds because it's just basically going over a question. I would probably make this question a little bit shorter, be a bit more precise with our wordings and like the voiceover, so we can introduce the product faster. Introduce product faster. And then I would go into social proof, touch social proof, how many people have bought from Printler, how many reviews, how many 5-star reviews did they get? And then number 4, in my opinion, would be go a bit more in depth with creators or /artists. Like, are they getting paid? Like that kind of stuff. Like, for example, instead of saying, you can buy from real artists, could be like, and real artists upload their products and you support them with like X% of money. Maybe it's like 10%, maybe 15, I don't know. But that would be something that I would include in the next script for this brand. But overall, I think this ad from us, obviously unbased, but I would probably grade it B+. They definitely outperformed all of the existing creatives, all of the existing UGC content. So definitely perform, if you take performance-wise, A. There's definitely room for improvement. I think it's a bit too long just to introduce some basically posters, which I think could have overall been done faster. But nevertheless, it's still very, very great creative. But yeah, I hope that this little breakdown helped you kind of understand how we create creatives. And this was obviously the first creative for the client. And so we didn't have any data on how these ones would perform. And we have obviously different creatives, which I'm not going to show you, but I took this one because I think we did lots of things right, but I also think we could have improved a few things, or obviously not improved from the get-go, but how I would iterate this creative to make it perform even better. And yeah, I think that's it. I analyzed this creative. I hope it was helpful to you, kind of understand how we built the creatives and how we, obviously there's no data analysis right here, but these were just like hypotheses from me, how I would iterate this creative. I hope, my kind of thinking helped you a little bit to understand how you could improve your creatives. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.